Oh, it changed me a lot. Yeah, it changed me a lot. Yeah, making the film has transformed who I am. The Kiki scene and the Kiki community has given me back my faith in activism. So they have taught me very important lessons on, political strategies and the urgency of the political, and also a lot of hope. I'm not as afraid to be who I am. I don't have so much doubt anymore. I used to worry a lot what people thought about my films and about me, and I just don't give a fuck anymore. Now, yesterday, to our screening at the Eye Museum, we had some local drag queen scene and the Kiki scenes, because Kiki is a movement that's international. Then they were part of the panel, so it was really, really lovely, very emotional screening. When I met Twiggy and Chi-Chi, they're in the film, and Twiggy is the co-writer of the film, I was thinking a lot about family. The Kiki community and the bottom community, there's this rule, everyone is supposed to contribute something. And I'm not a voguer, but I bring my skill as a filmmaker. In the beginning, it was a huge learning process, so they were, very nice to educate me. I mean, the scene has its own language, it has a very complicated hierarchy and support system. It has complicated governance. It has like their own government.
If that goes on, I'm telling y'all, bitches is putting straight up out this house. Y'all tell you I'm a fierce motherfucking cookie. I will put mothers, fathers, nephews, cousins, everybody out the house. I will go into this house board with 10 motherfucking members and appreciate those 10 members that I have if y'all cannot cooperate with what we're doing.
It's a talking community that they understand that to be able to move on or, kind of exist or survive, they have to speak about both the injustice and the good things that happen to them. Another thing that really attracted me to the scene is that it's a matriarchy. So it's a scene, in the Kiki scene, the feminine is celebrated, while in the rest of the world it's considered weak and, counts against us all the time. I can hide, and people might not know, that I'm a lesbian. I can hide. If it's a threatening situation, but other people cannot. Many people in the Kiki scene cannot. Which, in the United States, they face a lot of harassment from the police. I've never been stopped and frisked in New York. The hatred or fear of masculinity is something that I feel in my bones growing up as a woman, a homosexual woman. So my perspective is different. And I think this is also how I could connect with the community.
Cunt to the feminine what? To the feminine pussy what? Feminine soft cunt to the cunt. Feminine.
We use, kind of verite or, fly on the wall technique that we're in the action and following people and interviews. But then there is this punctuation. They just look into the camera, and we hold it also a little too long, so people are getting a pause. They're like, okay, what is this shot of people looking? We chose to do it that way because both that I think that we get to see people's vulnerability and strengths, like they can hold that pose. They're so strong that they can take it. So, I noticed audience is becoming a little uncomfortable, and I think that it's because they're confronted with this gaze. Like Twiggy says in the beginning, I'm a person, because they are so often being dehumanized. Many people are surprised after they've seen the film. And they would say like, oh, they're so articulate and so smart. And we're like, that's very nice, but why wouldn't they be?